What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I hope you like this video. Again, we are getting caught up on Raising Kanan. This is season 5, I guess. Episode 7. I don't know why I keep forgetting what season it is, but child, y'all know it's the current. You know what we are. So this is episode 7. So let me get into the things of the things. Baby, we left off the last episode with Rock walking into her house and Unique sitting on her kitchen counter eating that damn butter pecan, honey. And honestly, the first 10 minutes of this episode was Unique and Rock. And basically Unique letting Rock know, look, I don't trust you. I know you set me up, you and Kanan, you set my brother up, and then you set me up. You killed me, and then you killed my brother. And Rock was like, bruh, you tripping. I didn't do it. And he was like, yes, you did, because that's your MO. You did it, you did it to the other two boys, men, High Top and the other guy. He was like, that's your MO. Like, I know that's what you did. That's your MO. And he was like, but I didn't. Rock was like, but I didn't. Of course, Unique doesn't want to hear it because he has made up in his mind that Rock is the one. Everybody has been, well, not everybody, but the boogie guy tried to talk him out of it, and he's just convinced that Rock is the one that did it. And he let Rock know, look, and I'm coming back to get what's mine. I did, I unalived your lawyer. Like, he basically let her know, and she was like, so you the one that's been hitting on my spots? He was like, yeah. And while he's confronting Rock, his crew is literally taking over Rock's territory while he's talking to her. And when her beeper starts going off, he was like, ain't no need you, like, that's me right there. That's my crew, letting your crew know we back in charge. And so he doesn't unalive Rock, but he basically lets her know, I ain't gonna get you yet. I'm gonna take everything that is important to you, and then I'll be back for you, So it was actually a really good scene. I mean, I feel like we've been waiting for that all season and we weren't disappointed. I know as a viewer, I wasn't disappointed. Like, it really gave me what I needed, right? It definitely gave me what I needed. Unique, like I said, Unique took over all of her territory, the restaurants, the corners, everything, right? We'll get back to that. Lou meets up with his girl, explains to her that the situation with Jessica wasn't a big deal. It was basically them saying goodbye. She's going back to California. She taking her mama back to California. It ain't about to be nothing, And she was like, I just don't want you to hurt me. He was like, I'm not going to hurt you. Yes, you are, Lou. You're going to hurt her. You know why? Because you still working on some things. And so you going to hurt her. But neither here nor there. I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason why they keep showing her. I don't know. The family meets up, minus Lou, to figure this all out. Rock is letting Marvin, Kanan, and Jukebox know that Unique is back. Unique is the one that's been terrorizing us, and we need to figure out what we're going to do. Now, Marvin is like, we got to hit him back. Like, he hitting us, we're going to hit him back. And Rock was like, no. Because if he's taking this type of a swing at us, that means that he's got some muscle behind him. And we got to figure out who has his back so that when we go after him, we're hitting the right place. And that's a smart thing. Like, it pisses me off when Rock be saying good shit and they're dismissing what she's saying. And I honestly think that a lot of times they're dismissing it because she's the woman in the house and she's real brash. I mean, let's be clear. Rock is not warm and fuzzy. Kanan does what Kanan does best. Tells her she an ain't shit leader and she's supposed to be the one taking care of them and she's doing a terrible job at it. And basically, she ain't got no product. She don't have no soldiers. She done lost all her territory. And now she's saying she don't want to hit him back. She weak and I ain't got to listen to this type of thing. He walks out. Jukebox follows him. And her and Marvin continue to discuss what it is they got to do. And she was like, first of all, we need to figure out who has his back. And then we can figure out how we gonna move. Because we got to get some people on our side as well. Later on in the episode, we see Kanan and Jukebox talking about it. And then they get to talking about Famous. And they say, if the police did scoop up Famous, they didn't do it themselves. Like, they didn't torture Famous and do it themselves. They must have had somebody on the streets to do it for them. And they were like, yeah, so whoever helped the police, that's who we need to get. Now, later on in the episode, Kanan sees Rock handing. You gotta remember them police officers that was shaking her down last season over that beauty salon. That does anybody know if she ever opened the damn beauty salon? Kanan actually sees Rock later on in the episode handing those police officers an envelope of money. So Kanan has made up in his mind that it must be Rock. Rock is the one that killed Famous, and he tells Jukebox later on it was Rock. Now, no, he doesn't tell Jukebox. I'm sorry, he tells his girlfriend later on in the episode that it was Rock. Kanan. Y'all, Kanan makes me itch. Like, he irritates my soul. First of all, Rock, why are you in broad daylight handing the police officers an envelope full of money? Like, y'all couldn't have been a little more discreet about it. But even if Kanan, there could have been 1,000,001 reasons why Rock was handing those police officers money. Like, you know that your mother has police officers on the payroll, especially now that your daddy dead, to look out for them. And now that Andre's dead and your daddy's dead, you know what I'm saying? She gotta have somebody looking out for y'all. So why would you automatically? And I mean, I get it. Him and his mother are not in the best situation. Him and his mother, I get it that he wants to believe the worst in his mother, but it's like, damn, Kanan. He just pisses me off. Anyway, moving right along. So they do end up. Do they meet with Stefano first? I put it in my notes, so I'm going to just say, because I actually took notes, y'all. So we see that they go to Stefano, and Stefano is letting them know, listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. I got a whole lot of shit going on my end as well. You know, he said, I just got a made man found dead in the Hudson River. You know, I don't know what to tell y'all. If it is Russo, I got to move slow too, because if I do this wrong, I'll get the whole, I'll have the whole mafia after me. So if he's backing up Unique, then he must feel like, and he actually knows what Russo's playbook is. He says he's trying to weaken me so that I won't have any support. So like Russo and Stefano are playing a chess game, and they both understand the chess game that the other one is playing. And to be honest, Unique, Marvin, and Rock are really just pawns in this chess game that they're playing. Later on, after they meet with Stefano, Marvin tells Rock, we need to take Stefano out. Like, number one, he's not going to have our back. And number two, he's not going to, he's not helping us. So we got to get him out the way so that we can go after Russo full-fledged. Now, Rock is like, that's a dumb swing. Like, that's a big move. And if we're going to do that, we definitely got to make sure we got the back end. And we know Rock ain't really got no army. Rock ain't had an army since season 2. I don't know what the hell happened to Rock army, but I feel like the army been gone since season 2. But neither here nor there. The other thing is, when Stefano made the comment about the made man being dead in the Hudson, Marvin knows who did it. He knows it was the bookie, and he knows that he sort of greenlit it without meaning to greenlight it, and he already knows if that shit come back on him, he dead anyway. Stefano gonna kill him. So I feel like he's going to use this as an excuse to go after Stefano, because he really needs Stefano gone for a whole nother reason. But neither here nor there. Okay. Unique is revealing himself to everybody. He revealed himself to his baby mama. They reunite, but we are also seeing this short temper. Unique, he snaps at her, and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I'm the only one that, I'm the only one that had your back through all of this. Like, I never did you dirty. She was like, calm down. But we're seeing this short temper. We're seeing this paranoia that he thinks everybody's out to get him. Nobody has his back. Nobody is supporting him. He moves her into a new apartment, but then he tells her she can't go nowhere. She was like, what you talking about? Like, my mom is on dialysis. I'm her caregiver. I got to take care of her. Unique was like, I wasn't asking you. I was telling you, you and Junior are not leaving this apartment because the streets is hot and I can't risk it. I'll pay somebody to go take care of your mama. Like, I got your mama covered, but understand, you're not going back. Again, we're seeing the progression of Unique with this brain injury. We see that we see Marvin and Rock go meet up with Pops and Snaps, let them know Unique is back. They try to recruit them into the army, and basically they were like, look, that ain't our problem. Like, your Unique issue is your unique issue. We ain't got nothing to do with that. And Rock was like, well, Unique thinks that I set him up. I set up Ronnie, to take over his spot. Baby, Rock Snaps was like, well, I mean, that's not too far out of the realm. Like, that is some shit you would do. And Rock was like, yeah, but I didn't do this. Like, okay, my reputation precedes me, but I didn't do this. Like, I know that's what everybody think about me, but it wasn't me. And they basically let him know, look, we'll keep our ear to the streets, but like, this ain't our problem. This a you problem. Now, later on in the episode, Unique goes to visit Snaps and Pops as well. So I'm sure Unique done made a deal with them. And we already know that they don't have no loyalty to anybody. For them, it's all about the money and who is going to pay them. So, there it is. Oh, I already told y'all in the last review that Kanan got robbed. Well, it was this episode. See what happens when I watch too many episodes at one time. Kanan got robbed, and now he's looking for OC because he figured OC is the one. Because OC knew that he was skimming money. So in his mind, the only person that could possibly know about the money and could have robbed me was him, which he's right about. Although I think it was Unique that did it. But he was right about how Unique knew. And of course, baby OC ain't nowhere to be found now. OC probably did. Once he gave Unique the information he was looking for, Unique had no more use for him. Either two things happened. Either he robbed Kanan and took the money and he gone himself, or he told Unique and he gonna come up missing somewhere. I don't know. But he didn't show up this episode, so we'll see. Rock absolutely is waiting for her shipment. And she done went to the Afghani and was like, listen, I need my money like now. Like right now. Because we're in the middle of a war. I don't have no product. And like, I need the money to get here. And basically the Afghani was like, look, I can't make it get here no faster than it's getting here. Okay. It's going to get here when it get here. And when it get here, we'll do what we got to do. But in the meantime and in between time, I don't know what you want me to do about it. Okay. The robbery goes down. B-Rilla takes the people to the house. He sort of chickens out and doesn't actually go in the house because he thinks that, the music exec is going to be there. And he was like, the minute he see me, he going to know it's me. I can't go in there. And plus they got guns and stuff. And he was like, yo, what are we doing with guns? I ain't come here for all of that. And I'm thinking to myself, sir, how you figure they just going to walk in the house with no weapons? Like, I don't know what's weird because it was like, you was all ready to pull this robbery, but you didn't think y'all was gonna take no weapons. Well, of course, the robbery goes bad, and people end up dead. Okay, the people end up dead. The robbery goes left, and it doesn't go well. We find out later on in the episode that it wasn't the music exec that came up dead. It was his tenants because he was actually renting that house out because he don't live there no more. I'm wondering if he set B-Rilla up. Or actually, they just didn't do their research to find out where the man actually lives. Baby, we saw a jukebox roll up into that gay club and roll up on that girl that had been flirting with her and take her into the bathroom and do what they do. And one old girl was like, can I get your number? Jukebox was like, oh no, this ain't that, but I had a good time. I said, see, we are seeing this ruthless jukebox. We're seeing this, I don't have a heart. I'm no longer wearing my heart on my sleeve. Like, I was horny. I came in. You was flirting. I got what I wanted. Boom. Peace out. See you next time. Maybe, maybe not. And I was like, again, it's this transformation of Unique. I mean, Lord of Unique. Of Jukebox that we're continuing to see. At the end of this episode, we have this whole scene with the siblings. We have Rock, we have Marvin, we have Lou, and basically they're letting Rock know they're at their mama's house, and they basically are letting Rock know that their mother asked them to basically put her out of her misery because she's dying, and how neither one of them could do it. Now, a part of me feels like they told Rock because they know that out of the three of them, Rock is probably the only one that could actually do it. And then there's a part of me that was like, why? I don't know. But neither here nor there. That's what ended up happening. Rock actually ended up unaliving their mom. And it was this long scene where, of course, they were reminiscing or growing up, and they had the whole like sibling moment. But at the end of the day, she actually ended up unaliving her mom, and I'm just like, I don't really know how I feel about that situation. If I'm being honest, I don't know. But that was pretty much the end of the episode. Again, this was a quick review because it's late. I know most of y'all have probably already seen all y'all reviews, but I did want to put these out because we are going to get into episode 8. Okay? Let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.